Hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
Yay. Another year of who knows what.
Yay, maybe.
So welcome to Distant Stitches. This is episode 23. We are Sunday, January 2nd. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7.
And I am Liz, also known as Jaded Knitter. And you can find us on Ravelry, YouTube, obviously. For some reason, that was in my list. Head. Instagram. We both have our own personal accounts on Instagram under the same names, and the Distant Stitches account. Yep. We do have a Facebook group, which...
Let us know if you actually go onto it. I was uploading them to Facebook, but there was no activity, so I stopped.
Yeah.
So if you still want us to do that, we can.
We can, yes. But yeah, mainly you can find us on now that we're talking about Facebook, on Ravelry and Instagram.
Yep.
Kind of our two main haunts.
Mostly Instagram.
Or
talking to each other, but in our heads and not actually communicating.
Yes, because I thought we'd had a conversation agreeing that we were going to record on Saturday, and I had messaged her to the effect that, can we do it on Sunday instead? Because I can't make Saturday.
And I'm like, but I thought we were doing it on Sunday. Wait a minute. Did I have that conversation in my head?
Yep. We had a conversation with each other, but only in our own heads.
Which isn't the first time.
Probably not going to be the last either.
No. So rearing towards the end of my staycation. I've been off since the 24th.
Same. I don't want to go back.
Doing absolutely nothing. Sitting and knitting and, your usual cooking, cleaning the kitchen. I did a little bit of baking. Yeah.
Nothing. Glorious nothing.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, oh, tomorrow's the last day. Which means the Christmas decorations will come down because I don't want to wait till the weekend.
Yeah, I normally do them, leave them up until was it Epiphany or something. But I think it's going to come down tomorrow.
I've seen posts on Instagram where people are keeping them up, but they're putting Valentine's. Yeah,
no. It needs to come down.
Yeah. I mean, I don't overdo it. I have 2 Christmas trees, a little bit of stuff on the banister and a few knickknacks, but not like I used to. Village and the whole bit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep. My Christmas is actually, this year is pretty much centered in behind the camera, of course, which is where my tree and my fireplace is. It's an electric fireplace. So it sits on a particular wall, but it kind of shuffles in various directions depending on what I have
going on. Yep.
So it's kind of shuffled over because of the loom, and then I shuffled it back because of the tree. Yeah.
So you have a plethora of finished objects.
I kind of went a little crazy.
But that's okay. End of the year, a lot of people try and just get stuff done. I have 2, I think. Actually, technically I have 3, but one of them is not here. So you can go ahead.
Okay.
You're like, great, put me on the spot, lady.
Because I realized that I just closed my iPad and I have to grab it. So this is what I was working on for the month of December on my loom. It is actually the official count for Bruce Tartan. If you go to, I think it's tartanregistries.co.uk. Don't quote on that, but I think that's what the website is. It is the actual legal registry for all Scottish and otherwise tartans worldwide, and if you ask them politely, basically you sign up and give them your name. Is asking them politely. They'll give you the actual thread counts to make the tartan.
Now, does that apply for like Irish?
Yep.
Because we think we found the one for Sean's family, but we're not positive.
Yep. There's it's the international registry for them.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah. So this
is very nice.
I like it. It is very, very Christmassy, which was why I kind of went with it. Also why it's like bright freaking red. It is actually that kind of red in person.
Fire engine
red. Yep. And I was really worried about it being too short. I didn't take into account that the thread on the loom is under tension, and it's under constant tension, so it does actually stretch. So the plan was for this to be about 7 feet because I have a 6-foot dining table, and then I was going to have beading off the ends of it. It was 10 feet. So yeah.
But still a little bit on either side is nice. It looked nice in the picture you sent.
Oh yeah, I love it. It will get packed away with my Christmas stuff because it does not match the rest of my very, very purple and teal house.
No, it's very nice. Very nice.
There's that. So you go next.
All right. So right after the podcast last time, I finished this.
Yeah, I do really
nice.
Like that.
Yeah. It is not really a cowl because I just used all the yarn, but if I put it on, it can be like a shoulder warmer. I can wrap it around and make it into a cowl, but then like all you see are my eyes.
Which, I mean, Canada, winter, especially Ottawa.
Exactly. So this is the Easy and Free Cowl by Carina Spencer. I knit it out of Gala by Studio Yarn in gray. It's a gradient, and I used 5.5 millimeter US 9 and a 6 millimeter US 10. But yeah, I haven't soaked or blocked it or anything. It's not scratchy, but I don't know, I'm sensitive. So yeah, that was like literally what, day after, 2 days after I cast off. And I won.
Yeah, because you were almost done the last time.
But I love it, just so gradual. And then boom, you've got this like charcoal
hitch. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really easy. Very memorizable. And I'm sure I'll get some good use out of it. Like I said, even just on my shoulders, because I get a little chilled sometimes. So that was 1FO. You want to go again?
Sure. I will do my Christmas Eve cast on.
Nice.
Only one sock because I could only find, because I had to stop the dryer because I didn't think this through when I started doing laundry this morning.
This is the yarn.
That's the yarn. So that is, it's kind of a subtle knit and purl pattern. Like it's not at all, it's much more visible in person.
So the bumps are purl?
Yep, the bumps are just purls, and you just shift rows as you're going. So there's no cabling involved.
Cool.
It is out of this book because we will get into the whole cowl later.
Yep. But
the Bembe socks, I'll show you that page because there's not really anything on it. And they are by Dawn Henderson.
Nice.
And I don't think you can get the patterns outside of the book.
I'm not sure. I haven't really sat down and like gone through the book yet.
You can tell I was doing this at work because I did actually cast these on. Yeah, using random leftover sheets for bookmarks. I did actually cast them on at work because we either are swamped on the 24th or dead. This year we were actually a bit of both, but mostly dead.
Wow.
So I actually finished them. I finished both of them by the 26th. So maybe the 25th.
Yep.
Same
Beautiful.
thing.
It's very, very beautiful. I love the subtle, where is it? There's like a mustardy color.
Oh yeah, there's like, yeah, kind of a greeny.
Yeah, like look, it's just like, and then you've got the yellow. It's gorgeous.
And it's, when you think about it, it is very much a Christmas colorway, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I love them. But there are actually two of them. Like I said, the other one's actually still in the dryer because this one's still kind of damp.
Oh.
Because I wore them and then threw them in the wash and then did my wash this morning and didn't time it right.
Well, doesn't matter as long as we can see it.
Yep.
So the other thing I have, or I did have, was I finished a Rohan sweater. Fits perfectly. I took a picture of Tyler in it. I posted that on Instagram, didn't I? Because they're kind of the same size. He loves it. My daughter took a video of her opening it because he wasn't here, and he pulled it out of the box and he was like, "Oh, it's so thick. How long did this take her?" And all I hear Ashley say is, "A long time." I didn't knit on it exclusively, but I started it in March. And so he absolutely loves it. And now Tyler wants one. That's a whole other story. So something I do have is I've made some washcloths, or wow, this is a bright purple and it's, oh my. Don't you love purple? It's Tunisian crochet. How about I show the green one? Yeah, that's better. So I just did those, put a little white border around them. These are a little bigger than I wanted because I want to get some and then like make them more square and make them into pot holders. And where's my hook? Oh, there it is. Normally Tunisian crochet, you have a cord, but because I'm using these for making washcloths, I just put a stopper on the end.
Yeah, that works.
So I've got another one in progress and some very bright blue. And this is all stuff that this is what I have. This is what Nina got me from Knit Picks. I got an order through her. So plenty and dishy, I tell you, nothing compares to it.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. Like I've tried everything here that we can get, and it just not, even mercerized cotton is not this, it's just not.
It's not. Is it sugar and cream?
Yeah.
That stuff I find is quite good.
It's close.
It's close. Funnily enough, I still live within walking distance of the Spin Right Yarn Factory, and I have no idea what these bins are filled with. It's literally 2 bins full of miscellaneous ends, and a lot of the dishcloth, like there's very obvious dishcloth cotton in there, compares to Dishy. I have no idea what it is, like what brand it is.
I should ask Catherine, the one she designs for them. She would know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I have this in my little Grogu bag. It's perfect.
Ooh, yes.
I'm going to be redoing because I want it to have stiffer sides. But what I did here, if you can see, is I kind of gathered the corner just so it
stays up better.
Yeah, but I want to put a better interfacing, but it's perfect. And even just for socks. So that's my FOs. I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the faux show for you. Let me just check. Yeah, Flax. Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Have to actually.
I mean, I did finish socks for Ashley, but those were heels, toes, and cuffs, and well, they're on her feet now.
Things I have learned is when you are dealing with multiple sizes for your interchangeable sets, and they come with little labeled baggies. It pays to put everything back in said labeled baggie. Which is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, my shorty set is still in its package and it's not going into my big photo sorting method that I use because I don't want to lose any of them. Liz bought needles.
I will show these later.
May or may have not bought needles. They may or not be here. They're not here yet. She got hers already. And I'm like, come on.
I also live like an easy drive from the woman who sells them. So now by easy, this is easy by the standards of a woman who's perfectly willing to drive 2 hours to go to a yarn store.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I said that to someone I think she was in Europe, and I basically got the blank blinking look of what?
If I were in Europe, I'd just get on a train.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm perfectly willing. 2 hours is not a day trip. It's I'm going to Toronto. Hey, Jackie, I'll see you for lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully this summer I can come down.
Hopefully.
Yarn crawl.
Hell yes.
Well, it'll be, on separate days, so we can make it to all of them.
So I needed another hat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I needed a hole in the head.
Uh-huh.
I washed all of my winter stuff. This is hats. This is not all of my hats.
Oh, come on. We're in Canada.
It's true.
This is a week's worth.
Pretty much. I mean, this is several seasons worth.
Yeah.
Plus a couple that I wear on a regular basis. But this is the latest edition. I didn't block it properly, so it needs to be reblocked.
It's pretty.
It is. Do you recognize the yarn?
I do.
I had quite a bit of it, so I've been using it. This is the Garden Trellis Beret, and it's by Quirky Bird Knits. Mm-hmm. It's a free pattern. It was quick, easy, fun to do. I think I added an extra repeat in just because I have a large head. And while I don't currently have a lot of hair, I do wear large clips at the back once my hair starts to grow again. So I do make larger hats.
It's very pretty.
It's Cascade 220. It's old school stuff before they moved their factory to China.
Yeah.
So this is actually worsted versus their new stuff, which is actually sport. So yeah.
Excuse me while I ask hubby something when he's done, because I'm in my living room or the family room. Can you get me the mitts Liz made me before you go up? They're at the front door. Thank you.
I guess I will show these, and then some of the other stuff can wait until next time, because I probably won't have as many foes next time. So I need some. So my friend Brent, who I've known for 20 years now, more than that. We met in high school anyway. Wanted a pair of mitts. So these are the lovely mitts for Brent. I had said striped and he said barber pole. I'm like, okay. So random things that got made. It's Cascade 220. This is their merino superwash on a US 6, which is a 4mm. And
they're very nice. And I mean, stripe or barber pole, it's just putting the different colors in a different order is all it is.
Exactly. And because I'm me, you notice that they go in opposite directions. The mitts are actually not, it doesn't matter which hand they go on. I actually didn't do that on purpose. And then I realized I'd done it with the first one and said, fuck it, because it makes it so much easier. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Cool.
And then there's a hat to match, but I'll get into that when we do
whips.
whips.
So, want me to go with my first whip?
Sure.
This is the sweater number 14. Of course, I don't have it on the right page because,
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, well, it just means I've been doing it. So, sweater number 14. Who is this by? In the show notes, that might help. Normally I print show notes out and I didn't do it this time. Oh, my favorite things. I'm using Patton's London Fog in this beautiful brown colorway. And I literally had to talk to Liz, of course, after, because I'm like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, just give me a sec to figure out where I am. Ah, there we go. So I've done, this is the left front. So you've got the V. It's really kind of hard to hold up because it's, so I've done the left front and I'm on the right front. I think that's pretty much all I've gotten done because the back was done with short rows. Yeah, I'm really showing this well, aren't I?
Yep. We're professionals.
You get the gist. And I'll be joining it at some point, I imagine, after the V-neck is done. But it's, oh my God, it's going to be so nice. So nice. And this is size, let me just, 6 millimeter, which is a US 10. And the highest, and you have to use an adapter for these because the ends are, that's what Liz and I were just talking about. They're huge.
Yeah.
So I can't find one of my small, like there's a set of 2 and my small ones, one of them I can't find. I have no idea where it is. And this is in a bag that I made for myself. These kittens.
Oh,
Are they cute? And inside it's, so I decided to make myself a little bag. Because why not? So
exactly.
that is whip number 1.
I'll do whip number 1, which is.
Oh, I love that. I love the stripe down the middle.
I know.
Oh, is that a pattern or you just like winged it?
No, this is an actual pattern and it's a free pattern. It's supposed to be double knit. And I got partway through this.
Supposed to be?
Supposed to be. It will actually be double layered because
yes.
Brent lives in Ottawa. He's a friend of mine from Ottawa. And he takes the bus. And Ottawa has brutal winters. We are one of the coldest capitals in the world.
And the wind.
For a reason. So I'm doing this color work and double knit. So it'll be 4 layers thick when it's done.
Nice.
Yes. I asked him if he wanted it like for bus stop weather or getting in and out of the car weather. And he's like, bus stop. Layers. So that's what we're doing. It's supposed to be double knit. And I started it double knit. And I got it going because you can see the kind of edging there. I actually kind of like the way the edging turned out. And it takes me forever to do double knit. It's so slow. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to separate this and put the inside on a needle or on another holder and knit the outside. And then I'll knit the inside and no one will ever know except all of you who are watching this.
In the end, it will be the same.
Well, exactly. It turns out the same. The one thing with double knit is you have to go up a side when you're doing it. You go from doing it double knit to doing a single side. You go up a size in needle.
Okay.
Because you had to go down a size to account for the fact that there's a stitch in between all of your stitches.
Right. I've never actually done double knitting, so I'll probably, that hat is gorgeous. I will probably make That the
It
way you did it.
is by, where'd it go? It is called the Test Pattern Hat. And it's by Heidi Narum.
It's okay. I thought that was a mistake in the show notes.
No. That's the actual name.
Cool.
I think it's the name of the pattern, like the actual stitch pattern.
Okay.
Not entirely sure.
I just love that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's straight down the middle.
I know. And it goes like and it's a box on top, like it's
Yeah.
basically a box on top. So you can wear it whichever way you want.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's gonna be so warm. That's in Cascade 220.
Yeah, Cascade 220 in the Merino Superwash. Because I mean, I'm not going to give the guy something that he can't just chuck in the dryer, the washer.
Exactly.
I don't do that to my non-knitting friends.
Exactly.
At least I try not to.
Yeah. Hence why Rohan got a very soft acrylic sweater.
Yeah. This is outerwear for a Canadian winter, which is why it's still in wool.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What I'm thinking of doing for the inside, because this is actually supposed to be fully reversible, is where you see the dark gray here is actually going to be the white, and then all of the white will be a slightly lighter gray.
That'll be nice.
Yes, I think so.
And the mitts are for him as well, so he'll be all matchy.
Yep, that was the idea. And in theory, there will be a scarf to go with this. I've picked out a pattern. So
a scarf or a cowl?
Scarf.
Cool.
Because I hadn't planned on doing a double knit hat. I might have to get more yarn to do a scarf.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Nice. And there's still plenty of cold months ahead.
Yes.
Because we're only the beginning of January.
Yeah.
That's when it starts. Sorry, just getting my other whip out of the whip basket.
So yeah, you guys might not ever actually see the hat finished. It's essentially done.
Pretty much done. That's the outside.
That's the outside. And the inside will just be the reverse of these colors. So it'll be reversible. Because I plan on actually mailing this to him as soon as I'm done, because he kind of needs it. Because it's kind of cold.
Yeah, it's just starting. But then again, we're going to have snow, and then it gets cold, and then we have snow, and then we get.
Oh, it snowed last night, so it's bright and sunny out. I hate it when it doesn't snow, because then it's not sunny.
Yeah, it's kind of gloomy right now. Just moving my stitch marker on my whip. So I'm going to start off with saying, Alex, you know who you are. This is your fault. That's all I'm going to say. You live on the other side of the world, but it's still your fault. So my Yarny Corner, my friend Alex, who I met online, obviously last year sometime. Actually, I met her after she started podcasting, and it's going to make about a year. She started a join as you go corner to corner crochet blanket with her minis from her advent calendar. And I was like, oh, that's no harder than doing my granny stripe blanket. I thought, what else could I do with minis from Bente? So I took every 10-gram mini I got last year and this year from Bente. It's all in my bag that came with the Christmas Eve cast on from Jibiru Sews, not Sue's, Sews. I always say it wrong. This is attempt number 2. Yeah, there it is. This is attempt number 2. Reason being is I started it off. So there are 10 little boxes by 10. And somehow I started off with 10, and then all of a sudden I ended up with 11. Then I ended up with 9. So learning, right? So I ripped it out twice, and now I finally got it. So I'm on square number 4, and this is like a bag. And you need at least 10. Like, I've had a little bit of yarn left over on some of the squares, but if you don't have 10, it won't work. And it's join as you go. So you're just joining along the seam here. But yeah. And I got a little stitch marker that Leanne gave me years ago.
Neat.
It's a little sheep. It's super light too. Yeah, so it's all minis and it's super easy. Super easy. So this is going to be my benta blanket. And then anything that's 10 grams and under, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I might I have bare yarn, duh. I might take them, make a magic ball, and then double it with bare yarn and make a blanket of some sort. So, yeah, this year is I need to use my stash because it's weighing on me.
It's also insulating part of our house.
It is insulating the spare bedroom, which is the coldest room in the house. It's weird because the coldest room in the house, we don't keep the heat on unless somebody's coming. So when I go in there to get yarn, I better have socks on my feet and the yarn is cold. But so that is, I think, it for my whips.
I have one more.
I mean, I have quite a few hibernating, but I'm not touching them. So
yeah, I pulled out some of my Finish It or Frog It, which was all pretty much Frog It at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like the pro that I am, I'm in the middle of the row.
Yes. Play the drinking game.
Yep. So this was supposed to be the what is it? Paris and Berlin by
Hohi
Locatelli.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it started out as. And then I realized that I had somehow miscalculated how much yarn I had by half. Because this is all from Bente's Advent yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, each one of these balls is 100 grams. No, they're 200 grams.
No, they're 50 grams each.
Yes, sorry.
I'm like, wait a minute. You thought they were 100?
How did it? I thought they were 100 yards each. That was where I was going. That was it. I thought they were 100 yards each. They're
math,
not,
you know.
Yeah, math. Not.
Oh, geez,
not,
I don't know how the math goes here.
Yeah. We all know my relationship with math and the fact that it owns me on a regular.
I rely on her for the maths.
Which is kind of scary when you stop and think about it.
Between you and Benta, you get it right.
Yeah, exactly. So I picked out a pattern based on having 400 yards. I have 800. So instead of the Paris and Berlin is actually a cowl.
Yeah.
That's made to look somewhat like a like it's a shawl kind of thing. Like it's just meant to kind of be a bandana hanging around your neck. So instead of joining it in the round and going from there, I just continued it.
So you're just making it like a shawl?
I'm making it like a shawl and just, I am literally running myself out of yarn for each of these balls.
Nice.
And the more I knit on it, the more I'm not 100% sure I like how it's turning out. I like the pattern and I will definitely knit the pattern again as written.
If you don't like it now, you won't like it when it's done.
That's the thing is I'm not 100% sure I will. I probably will.
That's not concrete enough. I know you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, with that yarn, because it's a gradient, you could make something.
Yeah, that was kind of where I was going. I do like it though.
The pattern itself is nice if you're doing it in one yarn.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm not
Sheila made one.
Like how
it's gorgeous, but I don't think it does itself. It does it justice. Doesn't do the yarn justice. Let's just say
it doesn't, and it doesn't do the pattern justice. So I'm thinking this might get frogged.
I would show you my yarn, but I don't have it. It got sent to New Brunswick to my friend Leanne, who's never tried Bente's yarn, and I bought the Advent knowing that it probably wouldn't be my colors because she told me, but I bought it anyway. And so I sent it to Leanne because she loves purple. So I can't wait to see what she'll make out of it. The stitch pattern is gorgeous, but it's, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking I have a couple other balls of like special yarn that I've been saving that would work wonderfully in that, in this pattern. Because the top does actually have a bit of a speckle pattern, like a fleck pattern in the yarn. And then there's this diamond pattern as well. So I'm thinking this might get pulled, as sad as that is, but I've enjoyed knitting it. And like I said, I am going to re-knit it.
Oh, her pole dale is just to die for.
So squishy.
Put a ton in a bathtub and let me sleep in it. It's so soft. Just saying.
So, and that's obviously in its Christmas bag as well. So
nice.
And then I have more fabric on my loom, which I'm not going to bother showing because it's just sprung so far. And I've tested it to make sure that I haven't messed up stringing, because I do that.
4 threads can make a difference.
Yep. A lot of difference. That was the other one. This one I actually got extra threads. So there's actually too much, which is fine because it's mostly all one color. It's the fabric to make pillows for my mother's living room because she couldn't find what she wanted. So I said, you know what, I'll weave you fabric for it.
Yeah. Nice.
So they'll be cream, and then they have a dark blue and a yellow stripe up them. And it's in a diamond pattern. So it'll look really nice once it doesn't look so much like cat yak.
Still have the same furniture as when I was there?
Probably.
Yeah, it'll look nice.
Yes, because you've seen their condo. So yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I will show pictures, and I'll post pictures on Instagram as that goes. Right now, I mean, it's literally just threads on a loom.
Yep. Which is the start. Painstakingly long start.
Yeah. My dad helped me we have the loom now up on wheels, which brings it probably a good 6 to 8 inches higher than it was.
And is that better for you?
That is better for me. I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
So standing, the loom is great now. I can lean over it and get into the mechanics of it without hurting my back.
Okay.
And the chair I use for my loom is actually a stool that I had bought years ago for a bar height table. So it's not a short stool to start with. So that works wonderfully.
The less bending and reaching and.
Yes, it also meant I could take the back bar off and get all the yarns through from the back, which was so much quicker than doing it from the front.
And Papa Verge needed a project while he was there.
This one actually wasn't really a big project while he was here, because it was literally just take kind of how he'd set it up already, because he raised it up a little bit for me. So he took what amounts to skis that he had built to raise it.
Oh, okay.
Stuck massive wheels on the bottom of it, and then built trellises to go across. So it works. It works wonderfully.
That's awesome. Speaking of looms, I will probably be getting mine soon. I did the and I'm shocked by this because I'm buying one from my friend Marcia, who's in BC, very little, and it's just a tabletop, a 27-inch wide. She took the measurements and weighed it for me, and I got a price from Canada Post under $80. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
And so for the price that I'm paying for shipping and what she's charging me for the loom, like,
you can't get it.
No.
Yeah, I've got dibs on anything else she finds. If she's already got one and she finds another, I've called dibs.
She's like, do you want the floor loom? And I'm like, I don't think that would be.
If Greyhound was still operating.
Exactly. That was her first thought. If Greyhound was operating, I could stick this thing on a bus and
It'll be here in a month, but you know.
Yeah. But I mean, this is like tracking and it's like 9 or 10 days shipping.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
No. So what do we have next? We have, do you want to do the winners for all of our knit alongs, or do you want to announce the new cowl?
Let's close off the old knit along before we do the new one.
Perfect. Let me just scroll the show notes because I drew all of the prizes this morning. All right. So knit along winners. If your name is called, please send me an Instagram message, Crafty Knitter 7. That is the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'll get your address and I'll get it sent out. So for the Face Your Fear sweater edition, the FO thread winner is Hevertsen, Hevertsen. For the chatter thread, that was post 36 in the FO. For the chatter thread, it was post 21, and that is our friend Valerie Gill. I think that's how you pronounce that. On Instagram, she's Valerie Fisher, just in case you wanted to know. So those two winners, if you don't remember what you're winning, I don't have the prizes here with me, but there is a thread in our Ravelry group that shows you the prize for each knit along. For the Stash Down Yarn Purge Edition 2021, the FO winner is post 231. We had 500 posts. Is that insane?
A little nutsy.
So post 231 was Astrid. Is that how you say that name?
That's how I said it. Astrid, yeah.
So Astrid, you won for the FO, and for the chatter, it was post number 16. And I was really happy to see this name. Monkey's Mom won. She's a long time viewer, like way back at the Two Tangled Skeins, like beginning.
Oh my God, yeah.
Didn't you meet her at the first Rhinebeck?
Was it Rhinebeck or was it the first Stitches?
No, it was Rhinebeck.
It was Rhinebeck? Okay, then it was the first one, yeah.
Yeah, so like circa 2012. We've known her that long, so I'm so happy she won a prize. And then for the Warm Fall Accessories cowl, the FO winner was post 32, which is Elle McCall. You know that name too. We've met her at Rhinebeck. And the chatter thread was post number 96, and it's V Shaw. She's won before. So if you heard your name, please message me on Instagram, Crafty Knitter 7, and we will get your address and I will get those prizes sent out. Congratulations, everybody, and thank you so much for participating. This year, though, I will let Liz announce what we're doing, and we're only having one. We may throw in something here or there, but I think one's enough.
Yeah. Last year was a little hectic, and I wasn't even really, I kind of checked out at some point in like March. So,
and it's one thread.
Yeah, one thread. We are doing it's another stash down. So this one will be knitting from your pattern library. So books, anything that you've got in paper format, we don't care. Anything you've got prior to like yesterday.
Yep.
Well, January 1st, depending on when you're watching this and depending on when it goes live.
Yeah.
So, and it's also knitting with your yarn stash. So that was where I came to with this book. Is I got this when it came out. I ordered it when it first came out last year.
Yeah, we both
did. I plan on, there's a bunch of patterns in here I plan on knitting. And I've also started collecting names for like people I'm going to knit for, because I've run out of stuff to knit for myself at the moment. As weird as that sounds.
Oh, things will come, but at least if you've got a plan to have knitting on your needles, that's all that counts. And it's knitting, crochet, weaving,
sewing.
You want sewing in there too?
Might as well. If it's from Stash.
Okay, I had that in there and I took it out, so I will add sewing back in there. But yeah, just go for it. Basically, make a post, pattern, fabric or yarn or whatever. Just put a post with those two, and then when you're done, put another post and chatter in between.
Yep.
That sounds good. Quarterly prizes this year, I think, will be good. So I'll be working on that. Yeah. So knitting, sewing, weaving, crochet, cross stitch.
Sure. I mean, basically, if it's a fiber craft, I'm willing to throw, like, I'm willing to throw spinning in there too.
Fiber, needle.
Yeah. I have a bin of stuff to be spun and a spinning wheel.
A bin?
That I don't know how to string. Yes, it's only one bin of spinning.
I have two, and it's two of the big drawers from those shelves you gave me.
Oh, I know mine's the IKEA cubes. It's one of the IKEA cubes, but
so
my stash has gotten to the point where it's a little out of control. So that needs to be reined in.
Yeah.
So
well, I got my second treadle for my spinner, so the goal is to like get that going, because I only had one treadle foot and it wasn't working because my brain and my feet couldn't coordinate. And I had my e-spinner, so
yeah, I have my wheel. I forget which one. It's Leclerc.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a like a Snow White wheel.
It's the one from Montreal or Quebec.
Yes, yeah. It's the Canadian, the Quebec manufacturer.
Yeah.
Same as my loom. I got them from the same lady for a steal.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't sat down with, because it's a double drive and I've always had Scotch tension. So I have to.
It's gonna take some learning.
Once I get it strung, it's fine because the actual motions are the same.
Yeah. But right now your brain's going weaving.
Yeah. My brain's going weaving and, oh, hey, I need to finish that because cold head.
So, okay, so that's the knit along. And what do we have next? Stash.
You mean?
I can start. So I got a box from Liz, and in that box were these, which are so perfect for the car. I absolutely love these. And the funny thing is, the hat that I made last year that was published by Arrow Acres Farm are the same colors.
Oh, is it?
And I'm actually halfway through making a cowl to match it.
Excellent.
So it was just, when I saw that, I was just like, what? So this was the first thing in my, let me just get my basket over here, in my box from Liz. The other thing was, this is a mason jar cozy, but what I use it for, it goes around, if you have like a bullet for your bullet blender, it goes around my smoothie. The only thing I had to do was undo the little bit of stitches in the middle so it can sit flat. So I absolutely love this. It gets used every day of the week. I usually have them 5 days a week. The other thing she got me, and I only have 2 of them because 2 of them went home with Ashley, my daughter. So she made me some towels. I have 2 of these, and I gave Ashley a purple one and a pink one, and they have since been claimed by her cat. She put them on the counter, went into another room, came out, Luna was laying on them. She put them away. Then Luna sat there and meowed until she brought them back out so she could lay back on them. And I have photos of this. It's hilarious.
If it's because they smell vaguely of pug. Because I mean,
Probably
everything in my
not.
house.
She likes to have something to lay on.
She's good taste. Good taste.
Yep. What else was in my box? This. It's actually coming out quite as bright as it is. Oops, upside down. So I've never had Crazy Dog Yarns. What's her first name again? Janet. She used to come to knit nights with us, but she now lives in Australia. This I love.
Yeah, she did those for when she was doing shows.
Like
she did
that.
like a little band.
It's awesome. Like, and you have a swatch. Like, I think all.
They don't actually normally come with her yarns. She doesn't actually give them away. They were literally just for the shows. That was the last one.
When did you got this? A while ago.
I got it just before she left.
Okay.
It was she was doing her last round in one of the yarn stores in Toronto, and I met up with her there. And she gave me the ball band, like the band as well, because she wasn't going to dye any more of those, and she wasn't trekking it to Australia with her.
Yeah.
So
it's called My Pretty Irish Girl.
Yep.
So perfect. I love it. Oh, and then there was some fabric. So Liz went to her Amish fabric store, which I'm going to die when I go into. So I got pretzels. This. And this I had some, but she sent me a bunch. You need a bag out of this, don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. So we'll discuss. There's another fabric in here I can't show because I got it, not from Liz, but I bought it to make a friend's a bag for a friend who's having a birthday in 2 weeks. So don't want to show that. I think, was that it?
Llama. That was the other
llama.
thing. The llama.
The llama's over there. I can't get you the llama. He's over there.
It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah. So
yeah, because the other thing is now sitting with my weaving supplies so that I remember to post it.
I may have squeaked a little bit when I saw the llama. So that's one stash. You can.
Oh yeah, and the gnome. I sent you a gnome.
He's over there. Man.
You'll have to show it next time.
Yes, the gnome. They're both over there. You knit the gnome, right?
Yes.
You know how many of those patterns I bought and I still haven't made myself one? Is it Imagine Landscape?
Yes, it's whoever does like the gnome.
Yeah.
Like she's got a ton of gnome patterns.
I think I have all of them.
I think that's the second one she put out or the third. It wasn't the original one, but
it's staying out all year. It's going to be moved up to my craft room. So thank you. If you go on Instagram, you can see everything. I posted it.
So Sue sent me squishies.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Speaking of Alex, earlier.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is who this is dyed by.
It is.
So this is My Yarny Corner. It's by Alex, and it's Autumn Rose, which I adore this color. It's a dusty rose color. It's showing up a lot. It's not quite
dusty rose on my end. It's nice. It's beautiful.
It is. Like that's kind of showing up way brighter than it actually is.
Yeah. It's more muted than that.
It is.
Is that her 4-ply I sent you?
Yes. So
she's a new dyer, by the way. So follow her on Instagram, My Yarny Corner, and her, I think it's her boyfriend, not sure if it's her husband, Danny, also dyes with her, and he has a knack. So.
And then I don't know where I think the big bag is currently in my purse.
One of the snap bags.
Is that a snap bag that you sent me? Yes, it was. Yeah, I didn't think about it, and I took it to work one day, and I probably shouldn't have this on my desk. Luckily, I was in the back doing stuff.
I was like, just fold it down. Nobody can see it.
Didn't matter. And then there's the little coin purse type bag, which I will not sully with coins. And I don't have them out here because apparently they're still in my other room. But some of Sue's, the connector
Row holders.
yeah, the row holders. I use those on the mitts for the thumbs. Fantastic. That has got to be the easiest I've gotten yarn on and off. A row holder.
Yeah, because it's grippy, but yet not.
Yeah, it's just grippy enough that it holds on to just the tip of the needle. So you can literally just pull the needle out and it follows along. And then when I was putting the needles back in, I did the same thing. I stuck the needle on the end of it and then kind of pulled them.
And it grips the stitches when they're live stitches on the cord enough so they don't fall off.
Yes. And then cute little wooden stitch markers, because I have a thing for stitch markers.
I think I'm trying to see. Yes, I do have one on here. So it's these stitch cords.
Yes.
They're silicone.
I have one, but I have stuff in my lap and can't bend over to get it.
It's all good. But yeah, they're awesome. I love them.
And then I had to order yarn for Brent's mitts and hat and everything because I didn't have enough of the right colors because he's a guy and he doesn't particularly want like loud rainbow colors. Understandable. I don't know why.
Although some guys do.
Yeah, some guys do. Oh yeah. But he wanted something more mute, which whatevs. So this is 2 orders. So it didn't all come in the one box. It's 2 orders. And the vast majority of it is actually in cream.
Okay.
Actually, all of it's in creams pretty much, because a lot of what I have in yarn is like really special yarn that I want to do like a color work something out of or whatever, except I don't have a base color. I buy all these fantastic, like brightly colored yarn, and then I don't buy base colors.
Yeah.
So I've got like 3 or 4 skeins of the Cascade Heritage, which I really like as a base because it's soft.
It is nice.
Fairly cheap. Like it's $12, $15.
Yep.
This is Superwash 220, which used to be a worsted. I'm going to use it as a sport because let's be realistic.
Is about the max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, DK probably. But I have a couple of things in mind. Again, I have yarn
but you
that I can pair this
color.
And then I got black because it's actually not black. It's like dark gray. Charcoal for various projects. The orange sweater.
Orange.
Yes, I can't print. It's orange, but it's in Dutch. It's how you say orange in Dutch, which not Dutch and horrible with languages. I knit one years ago in out of Tennis Fiber Arts in a purple color. This was the Latvian braid from days. Well, I'm going to knit another one. Only this time I have Bente's yarn because I got her to dye me up.
Oh yeah.
The orange and then send me some just undyed skeins as well for the cream, but I needed the dark.
Yeah.
So
nice.
That's my Boxo yarn. This was in there just because it was on the dining table and had to be moved for Christmas dinner.
Exactly.
I don't actually eat at my table. I just use it. It's where my knits live and my badge for work lives and my purse lives and my jackets, you know.
Yeah.
And then oh no, yours haven't come yet. Yours are still stuck down by me. So
yeah. Which I'll blame you for because I had walked away from the ledge.
And then I talked her back onto the ledge and then pushed. So this is actually 2 sets.
Mhm.
It's the large and the small. The large, obviously down at the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking because holy cow, those are massive. But
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a time when you need it.
oh yeah,
It's like the
And-
Lurka needles. I have a US 19. When am I ever going to use that? I'm knitting a tree skirt.
yeah. I have like, they're not quite vampire slaying kit, but the borderline. It's what I call the big wood needles at Michael's. They're not needles. It's vampire slaying kit. Let's be real. But Acme Fibers had her yearly sale over the holidays.
Yeah,
so
Cherie, we love her.
We do. I get a lot of stuff from her. She's actually where I buy the vast majority of my needles.
So yeah, mine as well. And she has great prices. She's so easy to work with, and it's fast shipping.
Oh yeah.
The only reason I haven't received mine is because it's the holidays. But normally, like if you order on a Monday, you got it by the end of the week. Easy.
Oh yeah. And a lot of
When
stuff.
did we place our order on Boxing Day?
Yes.
Yeah. You're closer.
I think yours was Boxing Day and I did mine like late Christmas Day or something.
Yeah, but you're also closer to her than I am. So
I am. Because the main depot that her stuff goes to is actually one of the 2 main depots that serves my area.
But I could also blame
goes there, comes here.
I could also blame Benta because she wanted a Chowgu cable. So it's the 2 of you.
Yep, it's us.
And I love the cases. They're gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I have a red one too, but I don't use it.
Yeah, this came in 2 cases, one for the big, one for the small.
Yep.
But they're also, these are the short ones. These are the 3-inch, 4-inch?
4-inch.
4-inch. Which I said for years I never wanted because the 5-inch is what fits in my hands. So 5-inch is what all of my needles are. But recently, things like sweater sleeves, you need the short ones.
Yeah, that's why I got the Chowgu shorty set.
Yeah, I debated the Chowgus, but I have a set of Hayahayas already, and I love the Hayahayas.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's actually what I've been knitting this with. This is one of, and they're sharps because
Yeah.
And then the other thing I got, I'll grab this. Yes, this yarn is actually that color in real life. If it's showing up as neon green, it's neon green. I love this stuff. These are the Hayahaya Flexies.
Yep.
So I got 3 sets, 2 sock sizes, and a 3.25 millimeter to try in lieu of my beloved DPNs. I love DPNs, but
I think you're going to like it.
I think so too. So as you can tell, I cast on a pair of socks.
Like I prefer those over the 9-inch circs.
Yes, I can't use the 9-inch circs just because of how I knit.
I can't use it because I get cramps.
So I thought these might be a good solution, and they're less likely to get tangled. The way that
or
I do.
Pretzel, like
because I have somehow gotten the needle going through and then back this way and then through again. And yeah.
Don't you remember at knit nights when you taught me how to knit on 2 circs?
Yeah, this was a case of the blind leading the blind because I can't knit on 2 circs.
And I would hand them to her and the needle was literally like a pretzel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many times I'd be like, Liz, help. The ladies there would be laughing. So the other things I got from Benta were this, and I love it. It's a little cross stitch kit. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I got that, and where is it? She knit me a shawl, and it's kind of like her and me in colors together. It's called Close to You. This thing, okay, it's massive. And it is So soft. This was a Zauberball. Yes, she used a Zauberball, but it kind of like, it literally, it's the two of us in colors. I love it. So, I love it. And of course, this was a Christmas present because she got me the Christmas Eve cast on with the bag. And this thing. Oh, wait, I'm missing something. Hang on. Where is it? Please. Oh, there. Phew. A tea bag holder.
Oh, that is nice.
I think she got this at the fair she went to for a week because it's got like a potter's like a stamp. So I love it. I got her.
I was down in St. Jacobs, which is kind of our local artsy fartsy town. And on a side street, I found a local potter. I've been looking for one because I love handmade pottery.
And then I pulled this out and I was like, yeah. Remember Chevis made one? Put your drink in.
Yes.
She got that from someone that was vending there as well. I have a picture of Sean. He has a glass. I love it. Awesome. Makes me so happy. You can come up. It's fine. Do you have anything else? I just have my wool swap. And then.
I mean, I have a pile that I don't have anything else to show right now. No.
Well, I got my wool swap package and it actually was somebody from Nepean.
Oh,
it's kind of awesome. So I made a local friend. So I'm not sure if you can tell. It's getting dark in here and I don't have lights on.
Ooh.
And it is the Knitting After Midnight. And this is a Gothic romance. Like it's gorgeous. And then he got me 2 of these Peace Fleece. And it's, what do you call that? You know what I mean.
I want to say heathered, but that's
it's not heathered. It's somebody's yelling at the screen.
Probably several somebodies.
Yeah, and this is
several somebodies we know.
Siberian Midnight. So I've got 2 of these. It's like really dark that I can probably make something cowl, or I think Bente sent me a cowl. And then the other thing was Tweed. Yes, Olin Mills.
Ooh,
isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that looks kind of like reminiscent of a Picasso painting, the water lilies.
And then I had these 2 little bags. So 2 little bags, and I'm pretty sure he made this.
Ooh, yes.
I thought you would appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking over the edge of the computer screen at I think I actually have that exact same one on my tree.
And funny enough, he sent me a Twisted Fae Fiberworks stitch marker, and we literally just connected this year, the 2 of us. This person, she's in BC. I think card, naughty or nice. So yeah, his name was Jeff. Really, really, I love the package. I have chocolate in here and I can't remember where it's from, so I'm not going to show it. The other thing I wanted to show, I pre-ordered a book before the holidays and I started Tunisian crocheting, and Toni Lipsy is the person I learned from, and she came out with a book.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So there's a couple things. I saw this and I thought this was really cool. It's almost tapestry-like.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with crochet, especially things like Tunisian crochet that you just can't do with knitting.
Yep. What was the other thing I liked? Oh, this shawl. Yeah, but and there's mitts in here, there's a blanket. It's very interesting because I mean this isn't knitting, this is just like one of the basics, the green one, the basic stitches. But I started a blanket and it's the Tunisian knit stitch. It looks like knitting. I made a toque last year and you wouldn't know. It looks like knitting and it's so easy. Once you get the knack of it, like these are so fast. It's crazy. But yeah, so I want to support her and she's got tutorials, a blog, a lot of her patterns or many of her patterns you can get on her blog for free, or you can purchase the PDFs or whatever. Loveland Shawl is one of the first things I liked of hers. And who is it that recently said, oh, June off of Forest City Knit Girls. She might start Tunisian crochet, and that's the shawl that kind of attracted her to it. It looks like knitting. And then one last thing is some wants for 2022. I want to make this. The Snuggle is Real by Max, the knitter. I want to make the Opus shawl.
Oh, that is neat.
Oh, and the way it's made, I was watching Needles at the Ready. Ray made one. It's so cool how it's constructed, and it's easy. And then Inga from Knitting Traditions put out a knit pattern. Huldras. And there's like several sizes, like you can see in the picture. Over here is the small, and then the large is like, there's several sizes. Those are just the ones that I printed out. I think that's covered in stuff. Oh, the aftermath of podcasting.
Oh yeah, you can't see. And I have a couch that a 6-foot person can lay out fully on.
Oh, I'm covered in stuff.
This is the edge of the couch.
Yeah, exactly. So one more thing. Alex again. Okay, this is the third time I've mentioned your name in my podcast. Alex, you're the guilty one. Was talking about a knitting journal, and I've done one in the past, and you started, just dwindles off, right? So I said to her, if you want to do one, let's do it together. Keep each other motivated. So I bought my journal.
Very nice.
And then I added this little, it's got little pockets, like I just made it out of paper. So this is my journal. So I have my crafty journal for 2022, and I'm going to have things like, I have an index. I'm all professional over here. So I've got whips, future wants, my yarn purchases, FOs, my pattern wish list, hibernating whips, what I'm going to do with them, frogged whips if I frog them, cross stitch, spinning, sewing for other sewing projects and for other people. And so like I numbered the pages, and then for my whips, if I can get to the right page here, where is it? There it is. So I have a little Harry Page printer. You've heard of those little tiny printers. So I print out a picture of the sweater. It's black and white, but it doesn't matter. And on the side, I'm going to put a yarn sample. That's my project photo. And I've got the name of the project, the date I started it, the needle size, and where the yarn came from. And this one is the Douglas cardigan, which I need to pull back out. So even though it's black and white, it's cool. That's my knitting journal.
Very nice. I've been debating starting one.
Join the club.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might now. Mine will be digital though, because
Yep, I have actually a digital version that I found. It's called Knitting Notes. Come on, load. I don't know
I
if
have
it's
a program that lets me write onto PDFs.
yeah. This is an app that I saw. It's called, oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. Knit Notes.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, I just use a program called Good Notes, which I don't think it's for anything other than my thingies, but so I have
Right?
literally all of my patterns. Well, all of the patterns that I've been using because I can mark them up.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I gotta go back and find the pattern I was working on.
I think that's it.
It's going to be it for right now anyway. We'll go with that.
Yeah. My software is working. There was a bug. I uploaded it through YouTube the last episode. You can't add pictures. So every time I said, I'll insert a photo here. Well, yeah, we got called on that. Somebody said you should make the drinking game. No photo. I did what I could to get the episode up. That's all that counts. And I wasn't using Movie Maker.
Yeah.
So there was a bug update. And then Sean also did something to my computer. So one or the other, or a combination of both, fixed it. I tested it. So I should be able to edit the podcast as per normal.
We didn't say we were going to add photos this time, though. So we should be fine.
Nope. Oh, it's hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So happy knitting, happy crocheting.
Happy knitting, happy crocheting. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Comment below if there's something you want to see that we haven't talked about or you'd enjoy. Join the knit along. All the things. So
give me an idea of what to knit next.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what people are going to do the stash and pattern. Quite a few people were interested, so I'm excited about that. Go follow us on Instagram, the 3 accounts, Jaded Knitter, Crafty Knitter 7, Distant Stitches, with an underscore between the 2 words. Yeah, so I'll get this thing edited probably later tonight, so it should be up on Monday the 3rd. I think we're good.
We're good.
So see you next time and Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.